Hi there, and welcome to part 10 of the Draconian Transmuter. I'm Ic0n, and I welcome you to probably the last episode of this playthrough, or there will be one more episode, max. But I feel like chances are I'm gonna finish the game in this episode, or die in this episode, or, well, maybe I need some more time for Zod. So far, this character needed a lot of time for most stuff he went through, but overall, this run was pretty smooth. I'm just surprised from time to time that I get in a few very, very hard swings. And the first thing I recognized when I looked up my inventory was that I'm wearing the wrong ring in general. In general, I prefer the R cold over the RN. I mean, it's pretty shit that I don't have resist negative at all with this setup. Or with the other setup I would lack resist cold. I could wear this Cloak of Starlight at this point, but I don't want to switch out on the magic resistance, to be quite honest. I really love to have two sources of magic resistance, and so far nothing too good fell in my hands in terms of magic resistance. So only this weird ass Cloak of Vlad, which provides minus teleport. I actually don't need the RF triple plus because it turned out that most of my uh, unique jewelry, I mean every single uh, unique ring here has resist fire. That's pretty funny. But I wear a ring of flame since the last episode, and I felt like this will change a lot. And I was doing a lot of thinking where I'm gonna go next. Seriously, that really bothered me because I'm really spooked of Waltz 5. I was thinking about running a few levels of Ziggurat, but I don't know if it's really cool to run into a Ziggurat before having Waltz 5 done, because chances could be that I need to blow up some of my resources down there, and yeah, I want to have as much resources as possible down in uh, Waltz 5. I mean, overall, I'm having some good stuff to get the job done down there. But I'm really thinking about uh, skipping out the rest of Waltz 5 if I manage to find the rune quick. That's really something I consider since, well, I was hoping the whole game for a nice double sword showing up or some good electrocution brand long blade, but overall I found not too many options here in terms of scimitars. I mean, there's one glowing down in the depths that I didn't try out actually. That could be something. But apart from that, I feel like the game was right. I should have picked Axis at some point. The cleave would come in handy for sure, but choices have been made. I don't regret anything. And I feel like with all this evasion I have, the long blade is not a bad choice after all. I can utilize the evasion a lot more with a long blade. So, Waltz 5, I'm pretty scared, as I should be. Because Waltz 5 is one of the most special experiences in Dungeon Crawl. And I'm pretty sure everybody blew up at least one character down there all across the time, and I'm pretty sure it's more than one for every one of us. So what I'm gonna do, I have a lot of good stuff online by now, and I'm definitely gonna start out with the invisibility. I want to be invisible for this situation. I don't want to be visible. Not at all. And I'm also turning on regen for starts. I don't think invisibility will protect me too much, because as far as I know, most of the dudes standing around the entry stairs are able to see invisible. And right now I'm considering if I should go for blowing up a teleportation scroll and then going downstairs. Well, I don't have too many teleport scrolls left. And if the first teleport goes really bad, sure, I have a handful left. and they get probably useless when I hit up Zod, but after Zod they will become useful again, while the Ic0n, well, they're not useless down in Zod, that's not true. And those are not too much teleportation skills. Okay, that's option one. Well, option two would be getting in there, blowing up a scroll of immolation and wreck that shit. That's pretty rash, but also very effective. With all these enemies in sight, the chain explosions from the immolation really kick ass. Can't put in different words. You ever come in the position to try this out and have a very tanky dude, like a Minotaur or something like that? Some nice things happen down this hallway when you blow him up with immolation. But for now, I feel like I'm a chicken, and I'm gonna risk the teleport trick. And here we are, surrounded by a horde of evil dudes. And I'm gonna take a few steps. Alright, as far as I judge here, the necromancer hasn't noticed me, so that's 1 point for the invisibility here. And I feel like these don't see me either. And I feel like going hasted. Should be pretty nice at this moment, because I'm very surrounded here, and I'm not entirely sure if I want to fight this right here or rather run down the hallway. Don't want to go north. I don't like that play to go across all these guys, because this one is really dangerous. And yeah, I feel like making use of my silence here and running straight into the face of the yellow dude and chunk him down as quick as I can before he can summon more stuff. Alright, that plan went well. Now I'm gonna take a few steps. I know there's a demonologist. That sucks. That seriously sucks. Gonna take one more step in his direction, and there's a Quicksilver Dragon, so hell no. I don't want to be there. These Quicksilver Dragons can really mess up your whole day with the Dispel magic, so I'll rather run down the hallway here for now. With the haste, they can't catch up. The first 100 or so turns, or let's say 200, on vaults are very crucial. If you survive this period, you're usually through the rough part and should be able to clear it up in general. Can always die to a mistake, but like I did in the last run. But overall, if you survive the beginning, you're usually safe. Alright, I chunked down the stone giant pretty decently. And I'm at full HP, so I consider fighting until this guy showed up. That's pretty difficult. As long as he's in my line of sight, he can summon greater demons, and that could bring up something that can torment me, and that would be pretty much the moment where I need to teleport ASAP. So that's not an option, fighting while this guy's around. Okay, so I want to try to bring down the next yellow dude as quick as I can before the demonologist goes into sight. That worked out. He's done, and I think I don't want to be here right now. I want to keep running. I don't have stealth anymore. I sacrificed that to Rue a long time ago. So there's no chance that these guys won't know where I am. Okay, I don't know if I should fight right now. I'm really scared of this demonologist, and I could acid him down when he comes closer. I think that's probably what I'm gonna do here. My haste went off, but it got me somewhere to a pretty stable point, I'd say. At least I hope so. Alright, let's try to take down the monstrosity first. And I think that's the most dangerous thing around. There goes the demonologist. I was expecting him. And let's see, I think he's one tile too far away. Did he move forward? Yeah, he did. So that's actually not the coolest spot. I would prefer him to be here, but well, you can't have everything. I think I'm just gonna keep doing that until I hit him, because acid ones are really cool even if you have 0 evocations. One more hit, then I'm done. Hope I'm gonna finish him off. Alright, we did it. We're there. There are some hasted ogres, but I don't feel like I need to go into Invis again. So, turns out it was right. Alright, I'm really happy this worked so far. It's a good start out overall. Okay, so there's the next demonologist, but this is easier to stop because I can walk straight into his face without having any enemies in the way between. And that's just one silence and then he's down. Shadow Dragon, I'm gonna need this ring. Swap out the resistance from cold. And bring this dragon down. Oh, I can't regen, of course, because I'm silenced. It's a bit wonky if you play with regen and silence. It's pretty hard for me to keep in mind when to put in the regen, because I can do it later. It's so different from my usual pattern of movements, so if that makes any sense. Okay. I'm very cautious still, because this place can really roast me. Only because I managed to find a good start, that doesn't mean trouble is over now. There's still a lot of bad stuff around me, but I feel like with the spells I have memorized, I should be pretty able to fight off every danger in my way. And there's always an Apocalypse if I get swarmed too hard. And Apocalypse does a lot of damage. Seriously does a lot of damage. Against the Golden Dragon, I want to have resistance from cold as well, because as far as I know, yeah, they can also cast Ball of Cold. So there are the triple resist dragons, I'd say. You need 3 resistances to be able to fight these guys safely enough. And there's still some strong basic attack in them. Okay, how's things are going? Dodging goes on. And we have a sorcerer inside. I want to change that. There we go. Do I need to silence or... well, overall not. Damnation and Bolt, Corrosive Bolt. That's uncomfortable, but it won't kill me. And right now, Silence still has some spell hunger. And I like to be efficient while casting, so it's probably not the smartest move, but well, I'm a bit of a perfectionist sometimes. Oh, what's this sword? It's enchanted. This time I checked. Pretty proud of myself. I noticed an enchanted weapon and I checked it in the later game. It's a bit concerning that I found out that my usual behavior is to check out enchanted weapons pretty regularly in the early game, and then I tend to forget it the later the game gets. And that's pretty bad behavior because distortion weapons can mess you up the whole game. You should know when there's one around, because the teleport when it hits you without notice, well, destroys strategies. Not to get started on the banishment chances. Alright. And on Vaults 5, there's always a good chance of running into all manners of branded weaponry. Because of all these Vault Guardians, they always come with an armor and a weapon. And these can be branded often. War Gargoyle. Morning Staff Protection. I was wondering why it's so hard to kill him, but that's absolutely an explanation. Quicksilver Dragons. Well, there's one thing I really can recommend to know about Quicksilver Dragons. You shouldn't try to teleport while these guys are around you. You just shouldn't do it. Because their Dispelling Wrath can also turn off the teleportation on you. And then it happened a few times to me that I didn't notice my... ooh, this ring is ugly. That my teleportation got cancelled by this Dispel effect. And then I was waiting, and yeah. I even died once or twice to this, because I didn't notice I won't teleport until I read a new scroll. And there's still this Quicksilver Dragon in my face, so these guys really screwed up my day pretty hard from time to time. There's Fireball. Huh. That's a level 5 spell. Is it still achievable at this point? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make certain to try. Alright. While I was fascinated about the options of Fireball, I let this Convoker summon a bunch of dudes. Silly me. But jokes aside, this sounds pretty tempting. And I don't need dodging anymore too much. It doesn't change too much if I level up dodging right now or not, because with my low base dexterity, I will be gaining 1 or 2, maybe 3 points of evasion more. And let's put it like that. I will notice the option of a Fireball available way more than 3 points of evasion. That's for sure. This Fireball will make much more... will have much more value that I can feel than the 3 points of evasion I might get. Alright, so I'm dancing around these areas because I want to catch the Convoker before he can summon more guys, because once is way more than enough. I don't need more of that stuff coming in. Oh boys. Is this dangerous? Well, ish. He can't banish me at all, but I need to get rid of the monstrosity first. I feel like I can fight this completely, although I'm a bit spooked about the stuff I can't see right now. That's the thing. I'm expecting some really strong enemies all around me right now. Still silenced. And so I'm not convinced that I'm safe right now, only because there's nothing too dangerous inside. Alright, silence went off, putting on the regen, and I think some invisibility is also not too bad. Yeah, there we go. They actually can't see invisible. That's pretty nice. Alright, so that's the point where we're really in trouble. This mighted guy hit me like a truck. Unusually strong, sheltered from injuries. Alright. That's the green guy's work. I suddenly don't want to fight this anymore. I hoped I was able to bring down the red dude, but no chance. No chance at all. Yeah, it's time to teleport. The Annihilator just blinked out of the line of sight of mine, but with 100 HP and an Annihilator around, I don't feel safe anymore. Oh well. Crystal Guardian and the Shapeshifter. Should be doable. This guy, Crystal Bolt, randomly imbued with fire and ice. Alright. I have resistances for that. I'm still regenerating, so I'm gonna fall back a bit. This doesn't get any easier, does it? So I want to take this step forward, of course. And I'm gonna go into a might potion here, because I'm too beaten up to risk anything here right now. I'm actually also gonna haste. because I feel like I'm in high trouble of getting killed, because my HP are really low at this point, and I'm still facing an army here. So let's keep up the regen. Ooh, I'm certainly happy this Moth of Wrath wasn't berserking anybody here. So a lot of ogres. I'm certainly happy I'm invisible right now. That was a crystal spear. It luckily got reflected. Okay. I think I could be fine from now. And there goes a mark. Just when I thought I was fine. Ouch. Oh. Shit. That's not cool. Getting marked down here. Even if I can cleanse it off, it's still not cool. I'm not going into silence because I'm not sure if I don't want to teleport right now or not. It's pretty mean right now because once I go into silence, I can't change anything anymore. I can't teleport anymore. I can only quaff potions. And if I get nailed down in a really bad spot right now, I'm most certainly dead. So I feel like I want to bring down this high priest as quick as possible. This guy's wearing a vampiric sword, and I don't know what's around me. It's making me pretty itchy here. So I took this step forward into this high priest, although it got me in a really bad spot, but I felt like I want to put an end to him. Because their ability to hurl damnation is really spooky, because that's like irresistible damage. But this is not going too well either here. I was expecting something like that. Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna pull up as much stuff as I can into my line of sight. And I'm gonna go into Apocalypse. I need to get stuff dead as quick as possible right now. I don't have any more time to fiddle around. This is ugly. This is ugly enough as it is. I really don't get rid of this large abomination, although it has not too much hit points, and that's why I want to have Fireball available. I feel like I should have gone into this option a bit sooner. Well, always learn something from every game. Alright, I'm pretty screwed here. Right now, where I'm standing at least. So I felt like this could happen. So I got in a terrible lot of attacks again. And I'm gonna blink. Right over there, I'd say. So I'm resistant to cold. Okay. Alright, yes I am. And I will teleport pretty soon. But I'm still totally beaten up. And I'm gonna quaff some heal potions along the way while I get cold bolted again. And this guy got paralyzed. And there I am. Not really in a better spot. And this is certainly friggin' dangerous. Alright, so how much damage can a frostbolt from these ice, what's their name? Frost giants. Frost giants do. Some very important information right now. So that's up to 75. And I only have 1 point of cold resistance. It's pretty concerning. I really want to flee, but if I blink now, this guy could cold bolt me to death. But if I'm gonna stay here, there are 3 sources of ranged damage at least. One of these vault dudes could bring out a crossbow as well. So, is the blink the safest play right now? That's the question. There's also the option of a scroll of fear, but I don't feel like that's gonna save me too much right now, because there's still an attack open from the Vault Sentinel. No, I feel like there's no better option than to blink over here and pray to God that I don't get in another attack, and I'm in safety. Alright, so it took a lot of time before I did anything here, but I've lost so many good characters to vaults that I really wanted to take every step carefully, and I can only advise to do so. It's a bit tedious, but it certainly is helpful. Alright, so overall, I just got swarmed too hard and wasn't able to fight it off quickly enough. And that's basically what happened down there. There was nothing I was like, I can't fight it, actually. But I certainly get into trouble if there's too much stuff at once. So, next step gonna be Potion of Haste again. And I know I'm burning a lot of resources here, but there's no other option for a rune at this point. I could also go for Abyss, but I feel like I invested a lot here. And all this loot down in vaults could bring me ahead down in Zod. Alright. Silence is running, and I feel like I want to bring down this sorcerer while I have this silence going on. And now I want to run again, and I have a plan. It's a good plan. A lot of war gargoyles around me. But right now I just want to get some distance into this fight. I cleared out this corner a lot last time I was down here, so that's why I basically kite this fight as hard as I can to this direction. So there we are again. I'm killing off the sorcerer, and now I'm in a cozy spot here. I feel like it's proper to spam a new Potion of Might, because there's still an army behind me. I really want to bring down this red dude as quick as possible. Alright, I'm going to break the line of sight with the yellow guy to avoid more summons. And there's he's in my face. Quickly step over and slash him down. There's the Annihilator. Well, I have some silence ready for him. And regen again. Well, the Storm Dragon certainly looking concerning. Oh well. I'm gonna try to kill this guy off next, because I'm standing in a very bad spot for a lightning enemy to zap me. Well, overall this fight is going really well, but my might wore off, and I'm not too sure if I'm able to fight at this point anymore. Like this, that is. I can't summon stuff. That's really troubling here, because some summons would easy up this fight a lot. I'm not invisible yet. And let's try the intoxication here. So, well, that worked better than I expected. Nice. I want to get rid of this guy here with the glaive, because he's so annoying actually. He keeps hitting me, and this guy is actually the reason why I take so damn much damage. And there's the Annihilator. So I'm gonna go into silence because one of his spells would do more than 100 damage if I'm unlucky. And I don't want to risk that. That would screw me up so hard right now. Like a mighted Frost Giant can do as well. So do I have any recharging scrolls on me anymore? I know I couldn't use them right now, but no, actually not. So these 5 charges of my Acid Wand are all I have left. And this Titan Skeleton is pretty scary, sure. But overall, the Frost Giant behind is even more scary, I think. So I wanted to have a look at what's behind this dude. It's a Necromancer. Sorry. So the Necromancer doesn't frighten me too much, actually. So I'm gonna acid into this. I want to dish out as much damage to this Frost Giant as possible because I'm really scared of a mighted Frost Giant. My AC is not too high and this guy can mess me up so hard, so I got him down both. That's my Wand of Acid. Sadly, it's gone for sure now. And finally I can get rid of this glaive, because glaives have a high base damage. And that's why this guy was chunking pretty hard the whole time. I'm pretty sure he was a great part of the damage I took over this fight. I feel like it should be better now. Ah, well. Good. I got him down before he could summon more stuff. That would be so annoying if I would have some new stuff in my face. So these yellow guys down here are really dangerous. They can summon up so much bad stuff in your face, more than you can handle. Like what happened to me here right now was exactly the thing. That was just too much stuff I couldn't handle at once. And these summons from these guys were certainly a part of the problem here. But it looks like I'm alive. And it's a bit quiet around me. I have the feeling like I managed to beat down the first wave. And as soon as you have cleared out a corner in this area, some more or less safe spot, you're actually able to solve bad situations with just some haste or one blink, because you can always kite into the corner you have cleared up already. So that's really important if you're down in Vaults 5. Alright, I have a new ring. It's a ring of resist cold. It's not too interesting actually. Don't feel like I want to keep that. What's this book? Arcane Secrets of Wizardry. Shatter. It's cool if you can use Shatter, but I'm pretty sure this dude won't be able to cast Shatter in this game. Look at that. The Fireball is getting certainly castable pretty soon, and I wanted to have Fireball from all the destructive magic I came across, because I'm afraid of two things in Zod, very much. That's one thing are great big Draconian packs, which get in some unlucky stuff, and the other thing are Cursed Toes, because I'm really afraid that I won't be able to kill off a Cursed Toe quickly enough, or there will be some random junk in my way, making it unable to get targeted that easy, and Fireball is unavoidable damage, and Cursed Toes have very high evasion. They're hard to smack in melee. Happened to me a lot of times that I absolutely had the damage to handle them, but I didn't hit them. I was not able to melee these Cursed Toes, and if you miss 5 or 6 swings into a creep that can torment you, it's not cool. Seriously, it's not cool. So Fireball will solve this scenario. I'm pretty sure. 14%, that's pretty nice. It's getting there. Oh, That's the guy with the Holy Wrath longsword. He smacked me up pretty hard the last time I was down here, so it's sweet revenge. I remembered your face, man. No, I remembered his weapon, but that counts as well. Scimitar is getting 2+6. It's really cool. Because I'm still afraid of an ancient lich down here, actually. They can spawn down here, and they're one of the worst things you can meet here. And since my last run was ended prematurely by an ancient lich in Vaults 5, I have some payback to do if there's one of these dudes around. So, jokes aside, I didn't respect the ancient liches enough in the last game. It's the long story short. Took my lesson out of this. Alright, so my pack is full. I don't like it when my pack is full. And I'm gonna drop this Book of Flames because Fireball was all I wanted from this. And there's this spot where I had to flee the last time. And I'm still a bit careful. Book of Maledictions. Huh. Nah. Or actually, wait a second. I mean, I don't have spell levels left right now. But what's my options here? It's Hexes after all. And maybe there's some goodie. Well, Confuse. I could memorize it, but I feel like... is this useful or not? An amulet. That might be useful. Faced. You. Get out of my face. I mean, this is kinda interesting, but I can't handle this int -5 thing. That's too much for me to handle. I like it to be a smart Draconian, able to cast spells pretty well with low skill levels. That's something I want to keep. It's not worth the swap here. I need resistance from negative energy here. Alright. Still haven't found the rune. I still want to flee as soon as I found the rune. But the urge to flee gets lower and lower the more I clear up from this level. Alright. I haven't been around the upper half of this map too much, so I'm switching over to panic mode. And this Shadow Dragon drained me pretty hard, or drains me pretty hard. I'm at red drain. That's rough. A new unique ring. Ic0n and Art Cold. Is that something I want to keep or not? Nah. Kinda cool, but it's funny, I haven't played too many games where I got that much sources of resistance from electricity. Usually I am desperately looking for sources of that, and this game is pretty crazy and delivering. I mean, how many Ic items are here? That's, wow, 5 of them already. It's pretty much. I mean, I had a treasure trove and such, but I also had games where I didn't find it at all. Thanks to RNG. Alright. Fire Dragon is pretty chill by now. There's another ring. I don't have ID left, so I have to do it like that. That's pretty sweet. Save the fire part. Ugh. Well, that sucks. That certainly sucks. damn. I'm gonna get drained even more. That's super annoying. And I wonder if I shouldn't just keep it up, but I don't want to swap out for the slaying, and I don't want to be negative on resistance to cold. It could be pretty painful down here. There are so many frost giants around now. I have to take the pain and remove this ring. Damn. That's rough. But that's how it goes from time to time. Ouch. I lost about 4 points by now. Overall. It's making every fight a bit more serious. Because with that level of drain, I also can't count on the power of Rue too much anymore. Apart from the power leap thing. But that's pretty much it. Because every single Rue skill will drain me as well, so it sucks. Oh damn, where's the rune? I'm gonna get out of here. But I actually don't want to go with Zod in this state too, because there will be more shadow dragons down there. And the problem is if you're already hard drained and you're fighting draining monsters, this problem multiplies, you know. And you can get to a very, very low skill level where stuff gets really scary. So a fight like this is actually a bit dangerous, but also kind of like the thing I need right now. Because those enemies are all not too dangerous. I mean, they're not harmless. They're choking me down pretty hard, actually. But they're also easy XP. But turns out I'm too drained to fight this like that. Which doesn't surprise me too much. So what I'm gonna do. I feel like hasting is in order. And getting some distance between me and those guys. And I would have power leaped and went out of this quickly. But these ugly things would catch up eventually, and I can't afford that right now. It's gonna be hard enough to get rid of the drain. I'm kind of like wondering if I should leave Vaults 5 for now and go somewhere else. But I don't know where to else actually, where it would be a bit more safe. I could go to Crypt, but I don't feel like Crypt would be that much more easier to me. Alright, so got down the Mighted Red one. And I want to go into silence. Let's put an end to this buffing. It's a problem. There we go. So got back 2 points, so drain is only half as hard as before. That's something. 50% done. 50% of the loss regained. Vault Sentinel. How high are his chances to mark me? 3%. So he's gonna absolutely nail me down with a mark, I guess. No, actually not. Okay, so here's the good thing if you cleared out a half of the vaults already. These plays get safer and safer, because the chances aren't too high that I get swarmed from these sites, because I cleared out that all. And that's the point where your play of the Vaults 5 gets more and more stable, as long as you respect your enemies properly and flee before you are in deep trouble. That's the rule of thumb down here. And it's funny how much I know to play this area, yet still I blow up characters regularly down here. It's one of the worst killing grounds for my best characters. I lost so many characters down here. But I'm getting better and better. So the drain wears off, finally. Finally I'm getting back to my former strength here. And there's the room. Do I want to flee now, or do I want to finish up? That's a major question. I feel like I should be able to finish this up. As long as I stay careful around some situations. Like, how about a distortion wielding dude? Let's blink immediately. And I want equilibrium. I should be able to risk this like that, so I'm in safety. My fireball is at a castable level, but sadly these guys are immune to fire. That's life. So I'm gonna swap to the hand crossbow and shoot him down. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep blinking for now, trying to shoot. And I got him. So, is there any more of this stuff around? No. Okay. I don't like this too much. Can they see invisible? No. That's cool. So invisibility will help a lot here. Should make me able to kite them down without any further tools. I already spent enough resources down here. But yeah, well, it's better to have spent all those resources than be dead than being dead. And I certainly noticed that I haven't played with the invisibility spell too much in my whole crawl experience. Because as a matter of fact, I haven't won too many games actually before. I just ran into this hobby lately to try to finish up games actually every time I play. Usually I had some more crash and burn style with this game. Just running into this stuff and seeing how far I can go without using actually my head. It's certainly fun to play a crawl like that. That's the reason why I did it actually. And playing this game more reflex based and at a more, let's say, speed oriented playstyle is certainly something funny too. And I love to watch quick players in crawl. Like I watched some videos from Demise and I'm always surprised how quick he can play while maintaining control of these situations. I'm certainly not that fond of my proper decisions there. I'm a bit cautious when stuff gets ugly like that, and that's why I turned off the too fast plays. I can't play like that and actually win the game. Tuning down my tempo of gaming was really hard for me, and I really noticed that I play a lot safer and more stable when I'm recording. When I'm off camera, I tend to do way more stupid things than I do here actually, and I do a lot of stupid things here when I record. I'm actually aware of that. But when I play for myself without recording, I'm getting a bit brain AFK from time to time. A bit more than I should. So it's the last branch. This is absolutely optional, and I'm hoping this won't blow up in my face brutally. This area can really screw me up. And let's pay my respects and let's try. Still have my last scroll of teleportation down here left, so hope I won't be needing it. I want that for Zod. Large shield, well, it's pretty tempting in some kind of way, but actually it's not too much. So, because I would need to learn 10 more levels of shield to maintain my spellcasting like that. What I'm gonna level now. Fireball is pretty stable. 4% is good. I just checked if I wanna pump up the spell power, but I'm not feeling like that. I feel like going for some more evocations. Should I do more evocations? I'm gonna go for these. Some basic stats. Because I'm very close to finish the game and learning new stuff. Well, this fireball was a wise decision, I think. It's a good addition to my lack of ranged options with this character, because a +2 hand crossbow is nice in its own way, but it's not the best way to deal with things. At a range, that is. And I didn't find enough recharging scrolls to maintain the Ic0n at this point of the game. Because, well, I have 5 ranks of evocations. That's not cool, but that's also more than nothing. Okay. Is this dangerous or is this breeze? I think it's cool. Alright. I'm still always in panic mode when something big shows up. And I still haven't found the ancient lich down here. That's why I'm still cautious. There was no ancient lich. I want payback. Are you there? Well, he's scared of me, probably. Probably that's it. Alright, there's some more stuff. We're done exploring, so I didn't find actually anything I want to keep. Is that long story short here? Well, I found fireball down here. I don't want to be unhappy about that. Yeah, the fireball is pretty nice. So yeah, what I'm gonna try, that's actually a thing. I have amnesia left, and I don't need beastly appendage too much anymore. Is there anything else I can forget? Overall, these are all spells I want to keep. The Alistairs, I at least want to try it on the Draconians. Invisibility and Alistairs could make a good combo to finish this area off. I want to try it at least. I don't want to forget it at this point. But Lise would be a good cutting edge for this character, because I think this should work on electric golems. If it works on more interesting stuff down in Zot, please feel free to tell me. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, that's also achievable with 30 int. I only needed about 8 points of conjurations and 7 points in fire to make fireball stable, and that's certainly achievable. Alright, cool. So I survived Waltz 5. I'm certainly happy as fuck here. I survived this shit. Oh, actually, I'm not. I'm taking Zod on the next episode. This Waltz 5 was so close to kill me at some points. Well, I felt like it grinded me down. It was not like very volatile, but very, very grindy on my HP. And the sheer mass of enemies and my lack of AoE really made this a bit challenging here, a bit more than I expected. But, well, every Waltz 5 had some special feelings so far. Sometimes the feeling of death is also included. Alright, I'm feeling pretty relieved here. at least finished to grab up my 3 runes with this guy. And that's actually, I want to be quite honest, the first Transmuter I played so far that came down to Zod. I always blew them up before, way before I reached Zod. But along these videos I try to get better and learn more and more. And well, it certainly gets me somewhere, actually. And I'm really happy and excited about going for Zod. I hope I survive this time, like I do every time. But I'm gonna call this episode to an end here, and thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying your time as well, and feel free to leave a comment or some good ideas about the usage of Lees down in Zod. I think I could blow up some wall stuff and do damage by doing so, but maybe there's some hidden strategy I don't know about. Feel free to share your thoughts, and have a good time until then, and I hope you'll tune in again. Bye bye.